All right, you find yourself in an online debate with a young Earth creationist about the existence of their God. They bring up evolution. Again. You, the ever-educated and intellectually sound person, start rolling your eyes. Why? Because you know what's coming. At best, a mangled version of evolutionary theory that they then bash against like waves on a dike. Being the reasonable human being you are, you try to explain their misunderstanding and defend evolution. It's natural to want to do that, but guess what? You're playing right into their hands. Welcome to the evolution trap. Let's dive into it. The core issue here is the red herring, a classic logical fallacy where someone introduces an irrelevant topic to distract from the main point. And what's the main point here? No reasonable evidence for a God. So, when a young Earth creationist or whomever starts banging on about evolution, what they're really doing is trying to change the subject. They know the real issue is a lack of evidence for their God, but they're hoping you'll get distracted by fossils and DNA. Well, except for parrots who couldn't generate an original thought if their lives depended on it. Guys like Matt Powell come to mind. But here's the truth. Even if they were to somehow prove evolution wrong, that still wouldn't be evidence for a God. In fact, there are millions of theists who have absolutely no issue with evolution. They simply see it as the mechanism their God used to create life. So, even if evolution was completely false, it's also completely irrelevant to the question of a God's existence. The debate over evolution isn't a win for either side. It's just a shiny distraction meant to keep you from asking the real question. Where's the evidence for your God? So, what's the best way to shut this nonsense down before it gets started? Next time someone starts launching into their evolution is false diatribe, don't waste time with a long-winded rebuttal. Instead, hit him with this. I agree. Your understanding of evolution is indeed false. Now that we've established that, where's your evidence for a God? Now, they're left with no choice but to answer the actual question. This isn't about their misunderstanding of evolution. This is about the fact that their belief in a God has absolutely no supporting evidence. It doesn't matter if they think they've debunked evolution. It doesn't change the fact that there's still no God hiding behind the curtain. Remember, they want to drive the implication that if they win this debate, it somehow proves they're God, but that's not how it works. You don't get to win the argument on the terms of your own belief system. Oh, if I just prove evolution wrong, then voila, God's real. No, just no. You can prove all of science wrong, all of it, and that still doesn't make a God true. The onus is on them, not you, to prove their God exists. So next time you're stuck arguing about why monkeys don't give birth to humans, or why dating methods consist of more than carbon dating, just know you've already won the argument. On the other hand, if you just want to debate evolution because you enjoy debating it, then more power to you. Maybe you enjoy schooling idiots, and that's fine. I would simply suggest you do it eyes wide open. That debate has nothing to do with atheism or theism.